The Broncos take on the Saints tonight. Could we see two CU stars go first and second in the NFL draft? And things are starting to get ugly for the Colorado Avalanche. This is your Denver Sports Daily for October 17th. Let's go.
Taking you through your morning headlines, it's Denver Sports Daily with Rachel V. Hill.
The Denver Broncos take on Sean Payton's former team, the New Orleans Saints, tonight at 6:15 p.m. Let's get it. We got a primetime game. It's a Thursday game. What's better than that? Not much. This is the first time Sean Payton has gone against the Saints since he left in 2023. The Broncos are coming to this game as 3-point favorites. So theoretically, they're projected to win. That's at least what the odd makers say. I'm still a bit nervous. Spencer Rattler looked pretty good last week. But again, like this is going to be one of those games where the Broncos are going to have to fight for it. It's not going to be a close game. That's why they're only 3-point favorites. It's a field goal game in their eyes. It's going to be exciting to watch. The Saints are third to last, however, in pass yards allowed. So this will be a really good chance for Bo Nix to show what he's capable of doing. Again, this is his first matchup against another rookie quarterback. Spencer Rattler this is his second game playing. So with our defense, we should be able to get him off the field quick. Spencer Rattler, that is. With that happening, Bo Nix should be getting a lot more chances to, improve and, throw the ball and get it downfield and keep pushing. So it is going to be fun to see what Bo Nix can do when he's playing a team that doesn't have a good pass defense and as a rookie quarterback that won't be staying on the field long, hopefully. Unfortunately, though, Patrick Surtain will not be available to play after entering concussion protocol earlier last week after last week's game. So, again, that we're talking about our defense, and then that's going off of one of our main leaders, one of the best defensive player in the NFL. He's out. So we have to rely on different players that can lead that team to where we need to be. And like we don't have last year, like a Justin Simmons, who was a bona fide leader, who the team trusted, who the team looked at as a leader and as a dog and somebody that they could trust to run their defense when they didn't have anybody else. So unfortunately, that's going to be a bit of a problem. But to kind of even out that, the Saints are without their two best wide receivers in Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave. So again, it's going to be a dogfight. This is not going to be a close game or not going to be a easy win. I mean, it is going to be a close game. So I'm going to be very excited to watch this. And it is a must-win game for the Broncos. To avoid sinking below 500, I think every game that you're at 500 is a must-win. You never want to sink below that 500. So the Broncos have done good to climb back. They can't give it up now. So going into territory like New Orleans, it's going to be a fun game to watch. It is going to be a dogfight. I'm very excited to see it. Now, moving on, the newest ESPN early NFL mock draft has two standout CU stars coming off the board, first and second. In Jordan Reed of ESPN's mock draft, he has Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter being the first two picks of the 2025 drafts. Now, in most mock drafts, Travis Hunter is more likely to go first. Before Shedeur, I've seen him in a lot where he's going first overall or in the top 3 range. But in this one, Sanders is projected to go first to the Browns. And we know that the Browns need a QB right now because Deshaun Watson he's not playing in Houston anymore. This is not the same guy that was, throwing a D-hop every game. He was a star back then, but he is not that player anymore. So they're going to be looking at a QB most likely. And now if they get the first pick, that's what the question arises is Sanders the best QB available on the board? I like Shedeur a lot. I really, really like him, but I don't know if he is. I mean, Cam Ward is a star. I think Cam Ward's great. Jalen Milroe's great. I don't think Quinn Ewers is going to be the best in the NFL. But Shedeur going first, there's a possibility. And now this also has Hunter going second to the Patriots, who need a cornerback or a wide receiver. Again, I was talking about this yesterday. It's not going to be it's going to be hard to see where he's going to end up, because it's very unlikely that he's going to play both sides of the ball as much as he does in college, just because the NFL is so much more physical and so much harder than college football. Now, if Shedeur was chosen first, he would be the highest selected CU player in the NFL draft. And with first overall, that means everybody else is going to tie you if he does get selected that high, beating out Bo Matthews, who was selected second overall in 1974 to the Chargers. So even if those two players get drafted first and second, they're both still either beating or tied with our highest selected CU player. So now I'm like, okay, guys, we got these 2 stars. Let's win a bowl game, guys. Let's win a freaking bowl game. Let's do something with these players. Let's get them to the playoffs. And unfortunately, I don't know if that's really going to happen after that loss to K-State, but still, it would be so much fun to see those players go and win a bowl game or get in the first 12-team college football playoffs. Moving on, the Avalanche. Oh, the Avalanche lost to the Boston Bruins last night, 5-3. Cale Makar did show up, though, recording 1 goal and 2 assists. So that's good to see him getting back on track. However, the Avs currently have the worst record in the league. And also, they have the most goals allowed within 20 or with 25 through the 4 games that they've played. They're averaging 6.25 goals per game allowed. That is not a winning formula. There are problems that the Avs are having. Most of it is stemming from our goalie position. I've been talking about it all week. Georgiev, Annunen didn't even play yesterday or the game before that, so I don't know what exactly is going on there. But Georgiev is not the guy that we can trust right now, and it sucks because I had hope for Georgiev. I had hope for Georgie, but I'm losing it day by day, and more I'm losing my hope in him. I don't think that and I don't think that anything they're doing right now is leading to a winning formula. It's not leading to wins at all. They're giving up 25 goals through 4 games. That is not how you win any games throughout the season in the NHL. It's just too competitive. It's too hard. There's not anything that you can do on the offensive side that can help dilute that on the defensive side. If you're letting up 6 goals a game, it's so hard, and especially with so many of our injured players and players who are out right now. Val Nichushkin, Gabe, they're all out, and they just aren't doing. It's really unfortunate to see how the Avs are right now because they could be better, but the goalie position is holding them back, and it's the most important player on the ice. Arguably the most important player on the ice. I'm just really upset at how the Avs are playing, but hopefully they can turn it around. We get some of those players back. Maybe it'll help boost us on the offensive side, but still, I don't think the offense is as much of a problem right now. So I'm going to be watching out for that because I really hope that we can make some changes. Now, the LA Dodgers did beat the New York Mets yesterday, 8-0 to take a 2-1 series lead. The New York Yankees play the Cleveland Guardians today at 3 p.m. in a must-win game for the Guardians to avoid going down 3-0 in the series against the Yankees. And then the LA Dodgers and New York Mets also play again tonight at 6 p.m. Now, the Mets do look to even up the series after falling to 2-1. That series has been gritty. But the Guardians and the Yankees, I really think, I think that if you're a Yankees fan, you can start booking your ticket to a World Series because I don't know how much more the Guardians can do. I don't think that they are going to come back. And unfortunately, it's kind of hard to say that. I know I had the Yankees, but I wanted the Guardians to kind of pull. Everybody roots for the underdog all the time. Not in the LA Dodgers case. I know the Mets are kind of the underdog, but I am rooting for the Dodgers. A Dodgers-Yankees World Series would feed families. A Mets-Yankees World Series would be amazing to see a Subway Series in the World Series. How cool would that be? New York would be freaking out. Can you imagine that city? We saw what they did when the Knicks won a couple games and went to the playoffs. Now imagine if both of their teams are in the World Series. That city would be nuts. Now, that's all that I have for your Denver Sports Daily today. That is going to do it. I will be back with you guys again tomorrow, recapping the Broncos game. Prayers up. I hope that they can win tonight. It would be an amazing win if they can to avoid falling below 500. But, I think that it could go either way. I am high on the Broncos. I think they got this in the bag. Sean Payton's going back to NOLA. He is going to get this win. That is what I am manifesting right now. I am believing it. But otherwise, that's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I'm going to be back with you guys tomorrow, and I will see you all then. Bye.